Hey guys, so today is the 17th of December. I just want to do it's Saturday today, so I'm gonna do a weekend video of overall market, and we'll see at high time frames. So weekly we are basically weekly lower high set over here 18387 on Binance. We have rejection from weekly 8 AMA. See the weekly 8 AMA before we kind of went above it a few times. This time we just have the wick rejected. We broke the lower high on each candle every week. Therefore, we are in the process of of, uh, we have set a lower high on the weekly. We have rejected from this box as well, which is the RS box. Uh, Previous support here, we couldn't break it. We couldn't break it. We broke it with huge volume, as you can see, biggest volume break. We didn't go too far, which is, I guess, a good sign. We didn't completely collapse. We just went down a little bit, and now we have been setting kind of a bear flag kind of thing and rejection from weekly at AMA. This RS zone, resistance support zone. It was support before, now it's resistance. Uh, so yeah, it's not optimal. We have the Binance FUD going on around, so this is also contributing. We are nearly oversold on the weekly RSI. You can see here RSI uh, nearly oversold. We got oversold over there. And actually, if we look in the history of Bitcoin, we'll get a bit more data from Coinbase from Bitstamp. We almost never over oversold on the weekly. Very rarely happened. Only three times. And you can see it was always a good time to buy. If you bought over here or oversold, you had a huge run from 250 to from $200 to 20,000. You got oversold over here, you're running from 3,000 all the way to 68,000. We got oversold over here, and we're nearly oversold now. If history is correct, this could be a really good buying opportunity, especially if we break the lower low and do get oversold the second time here. So yeah, everybody I guess looking for it, and that's why I think when over here we broke to lower low, there was this is Bitstamp, but if we put on back the Binance, the main exchange, we had such a huge volume here because I would assume a lot of people would be buying because we didn't have a huge follow through. We just went down. How much did we go down? We just go down 10%, right? 10% as to compare it so far. We can still go lower, but yeah, we had 62% as opposed to 10%. It's a huge difference. Anyway, so next point I got is nearly oversold on the weekly. Yep, weekly RSI trend line resistance. So this weekly RSI trend line is still resistance, so it's going to be very notable when it breaks, especially because it's nearly oversold. Until it's rejecting, we are not uptrending. We are downtrending. We're downtrending on the weekly, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower high set now. Are we gonna set another lower low? So daily uptrend, we were. If I switch back to daily, the bulls were trying to get some sort of momentum going. They were uptrending here, but now this FOMC and the CPI data basically was bearish, and we basically collapsed down and we lost the high lows. Therefore, we're not uptrending anymore. We lost this uptrending RSI as well. So it's kind of a falling wedge, rising wedge kind of thing. So it's not everything is looking bad right now. So I've stopped out of my position on Ethereum. All right, so we're only 7% away from the bottom, right? So it wouldn't take that much. This is the bottom here. It wouldn't take as much to push down and break this this low of about 7%, where we are now, 7 to 8%. So yeah, I mean it's not a big deal. But the thing what I was saying last time is, we had huge dumps here, then a bounce, huge dump here, then a long time consolidation, and then small dump here, and then consolidation. So the bear's not having that huge of a follow through like we have before. So yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. We're gonna have a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum, we have this trend line. I drew it on the daily, I think. So we are rejecting. We have rejected from it once more over here. We have set a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, new lower high on the weekly for Ethereum. We're still watching this pink box support here, and we're purple. Is it purple? Yeah. And we are watching this falling wedgie kind of formation here as well. So if we do get into this zone, could be a really good buying opportunity. We will see how this RSI goes, but it doesn't look super well. We did break out of this downtrend line, and we formed this range here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 touches, and now we wouldn't even get over 50% of this range here, and we're now testing the bottom, soon to be testing the bottom once again, which is not optimal, because it's like a bull flag kind of thing, opposite bear flag, and it can break through and then have the follow through to the downside. On Ethereum, finally enough, we are about 25% from the bottom, so we can drop about 25% and still uh, not break the June lows. So yeah, Ethereum looks a little bit different. If we look at Ethereum BTC on the weekly, we are still kind of in this range here. On the daily, we had this triangle forming, and we did broke bear with some follow through and a pretty bad close. So Ethereum is more bearish right now, at least until we test this support zone here. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Now we're gonna look at SPX500. SPX500, we basically rejected from the trend line, right? This huge trend line from the top, and we were coming into it, we were pumping Santa Rally, whatever, and we had the PPI, we had the FOMC, we had the quad witching yesterday and Friday, and it was a bearish reaction. The bears had the upper hand. You can see here with this trend line, we came in, we tested it, we were forming this resistance on the daily as well as weekly coming together. We rejected. We came to test it the second time. We came to test the top on the daily trend line. Second time, we completely got rejected due to the CPI numbers. And then for FOMC and quad witching, we just got a bear follow through where we were completely rejected from this parallel channel from all-time high, and we broke the bottom trend line from the fear lows, and that's it. Now we're falling down. Now we got, it doesn't look good. If you look on SPY here, you got this bear volume injection. You got like gap down, gap down. Uh, Closes. We did close this gap here, interestingly enough, on SPY actually. But yeah, it's not looking good at the moment. We just need to wait and see. Gold. Let's have a look at gold. Gold looks good. Gold looks the best out of all. We have gold on uptrend on the weekly. Finally, after having a downtrend, for 245 days, we have a uptrend, huge shift, because we got lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We broke out. We kind of set a weekly high low over here, and then we went to higher high. So very big difference. And now, as you can see over here, we got these two red candles but they're very much indecisive. They're kind of in a range here, and the bears are testing the bull's strength. Like, can the bears push it down, or can the bulls keep pushing? So yeah, weekly 8 EMA could act as a support. It kind of acted as a support here. It didn't even touch it. It didn't even touch it over here as well. So we could go a little bit of sideways and then up. Like this first, I drew two different scenarios that I'm looking at. And the first scenario over here is we're just going kind of sideways. Maybe 8 EMA is going to be our support. And then we break out, keep going high, or we consolidate a bit further down, and we could uh, find support over here, which will also be, I think, zero point 0.5 fibs. Yeah, 0.382 fibs to 0.5 fibs area, so a good place to bounce for bullish perspective, and keep going up. We can go even higher up, next week. Who knows? But the likely scenario for me, I think, is a bit of consolidation, just because of these 2 weeks here, and we did run quite strongly, so we need to cool off a little bit. A little bit on the daily. If we look on the daily here, we have this RSI uptrend, which we're trying to hold. We kind of dip below it, but we're trying to hold. We also dip below this kind of RSI zone here, but we can just easily go above it, because we're in a bullish environment, so we should be looking more bullish than bearish in gold, as opposed to um, when you're looking at Bitcoin or at SPX, which are bearish, in a bearish trends, right? In a bearish trend, we're in a bullish trend here, so we should be having a bit more bullish bias going in. So yeah, we can just go sideways here and then break upwards quite easily. We're building kind of a little bit of a support in this area here, like that. So yeah, gold looks really good, I think, at least for now. As when we broke out of this falling wedge here, for how long? 245 days, right? And we've been going up nicely in gold so far. Silver is following the gold, but having bigger moves. You can see silver from the bottom is went up 37%, while gold only went up 13%. So yeah, almost 3x. We need to look at the dollar real quick as well. The dollar is forming this falling wedge, and it's actually testing the breakout here. So if next week we're going to get a follow through breakout and close above this trend line, that would be key, and that could be bad, a little bit bad for gold. We're going to have to see how the gold will react. Usually the dollar going up, meaning the gold should be going down, but not always. We will see how it reacts next week. And also at the same time, we had a bit of like a tightening wedge, tightening range on RSI, and we already broke bullish and closed bullish. So the price action is likely to follow, and if it does follow, then we will have more conviction that the dollar is going a bit higher. Also, if you look at it on the weekly, you got a long wick downwards. You got a bulls already asking questions here with a green candle with a long wick up, and then we had the bear still tried to push it down, but they couldn't. We closed just tiny bit red, and this is you know likely to go up from here. Looking at the technicals, maybe this is the zone where it wants to bounce, right there. So that's it. 15 minutes video. Bitcoin very bearish right now. We want to see where if we can form a weekly high or low or not, and we need to wait for at least the daily uptrend again to be in any kind of swing mindset. And I mean, if we do break down lower, I'm actually looking more Ethereum than Bitcoin because I'm more fundamentally interested in Ethereum. So if you break down to lower low, I'm definitely gonna buy more Ethereum, especially below 1,000 and going lower because I'm bullish long term. But anyway, good luck everybody. Make sure you have stop losses and yeah, gold is the bullish out of the bunch right now. See ya.